Yeah, I just wanted to ask you that what would you suggest and what would you advise to channels like us, not just our channel, like any small channel that wants to come up, is struggling to come up, and it will come up in the future. So, what do you suggest we should do?
Okay, first thing and the most important thing is before you even begin your channel, ask yourself who you are and what you want to do. If
Hmm.
you are a timid, shy person who doesn't like to confront people and be one of those like, be like vegan gains and stuff, or even like what I do, mine is not too confrontational. I of course I openly call out people, but it's not as confrontational. If you don't like doing such stuff and don't like facing all these threats and all these hate mails and stuff, then don't do that. Be a more quiet kind of person, be a non-judgmental person, be a person who just promotes veganism in a different way. I think it's very important because many of us try to emulate others and we forget to be ourselves, and that's a very wrong thing. Like for example, you guys said you want to do a podcast where you're able to help more people connect with in local with the Hindi groups here, that which is a good thing. It's not like, oh, okay, Arvind's doing videos like that, now we'll do the exact same thing here. Like, do that only if you really feel that from your heart. Else, just follow what your heart says. Like some people, for example, are not good at online content like video making and stuff, but some people are excellent when it comes to drawing. Well, start your own page on Facebook or Instagram. Use draw some wonderful cartoons, put the vegan message there, and put it out there. So there's so many different ways. First thing is tap into your strengths and do what you're good at and be yourself. That's the most biggest thing, because by doing that, number one, your work does not become too tedious, because when you have to fake and pretend and be yourself, which is something I despise, then you don't like what you're doing anymore. You will start hating eventually what you do. And it's also, you'll also look forward to your work, keep doing it. Especially in the beginning, you will face a lot of difficulties. If you're using a platform like Facebook or Instagram, putting in some of your money to promote your content in the beginning does help. Now, it won't help much, but it does help to get at least from 0 followers to like 1,000 followers, something. But in the end, I've noticed that there's one thing we all need, and that is luck. Without luck, you cannot come up in life, no matter what you do. So I am happy with the videos I've made. I think some of the videos I've made are really good. I think some are even better than others. But the ones that have gone big and viral are all luck based. You can never tell. You can never tell which video will go viral. Like there have been times we have spent like 180 hours on one video. It gets 1,300 reactions. Then the next post is a picture of my stupid face eating something. It gets 6,000 reactions. I'm like, what do people even want to say? I don't understand. But the point is that sometimes you need luck. Some videos just take off like fire. Like the videos that have gone really viral for us, it's not because of promotions. They just take off. So what you have to learn from that is keep doing what you're doing. Just because you don't get result in the first month, don't give up. First year, don't give up. 2 years, don't give up. You never know when suddenly you might strike gold. Like for example, Gary Yourofsky and what he did, he had been lecturing, totally. If you ask him how many people he has lectured in person, you know how much it is? It's pathetic. It's 60,000 people. That's it. My videos reach 6 million people sometimes. What is this? So that's all he could do. But eventually, someone from Israel found his work. They liked it. They got in touch. They recorded his video and they put it online, and it blew up. So if he had given up in 1996, 7, 8, 9, or 2000 till 2010, it would have never happened. Don't give up. Do your work. This is getting called spiritual and philosophical right now. Do your work, not expecting results, but do it because that's who you are. Like, do something that you're good for. Like imagine, suppose if you are not good at drawing, right? Well, no, you be an artist. You do this. If there's a girl who's so shy, she's like, you know what? I can't do public speeches. No. I'll train you. I'll train you to do it. No, you don't train her. If she's saying she doesn't want to do it, ask her to do something. Like girls, my audience is predominantly male because I'm a guy. Women usually won't listen to me because it's a guy. They don't relate to you directly. But if a girl could show stuff like, hey, I'm cooking this, I'm wearing this makeup, I have rescued animals, all the stuff I'm doing, I'm also a vegan, it's great, please consider going vegan. Like how Emily, Bite Size Vegan, did. She had a separate audience for herself. So we really underestimate ourselves. We really think that, hey, maybe I can't do this and stuff. But don't give up, keep trying, and always be willing to learn. I noticed one thing I can tell you is sometimes, especially when you start out in the beginning, everyone, your friends in the vegan community, they want to come and give you advice. Hey, don't do like this, do like that. No one will watch, no one will like this, do it that way. So if you're going to start taking everyone's opinion into account, you can never do anything. Just do what's on your mind. You have a vision, just go by that. Don't care at all what anybody says, and don't let anyone else convince you about what you're doing. But you always be very self-critical. You ask yourself, okay, I've been doing this for 1 month. Let's look back on what I have learned. So because I am always have been and I still am extremely self-critical of my work. Extremely. So I know what works for me, what does not work for me. So we have to learn from our own mistakes and just keep applying that. Work hard and just move forward. If we are again, we need luck. If we are lucky, we'll be able to reach a huge audience. If not huge, we'll at least make surely some impact in the world. And that's like a very basic thing I can say. What everybody should do. It's most important to be
So-
a good, though. Yeah.
Okay, I think those are really great things that we can live by. But I just want to close down by talking about two small topics.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, like, how did you manage your finances when you like totally left your job and then you went into activism fully?
So 1 year had passed by since I quit my job, and I was still, even then I almost had like 1 lakh plus in my account. I really saved up some money, right? So I had a lot of money, and someone contacted me anonymously saying that, hey, I follow what you do. What you're doing is really nice, and what are you doing? Who are you? What do you do? I told them I'm an animal rights activist. My name is Arvind. I quit my job. I'm doing this. They're like, okay, if you quit your job, how do you make money? I was like, I don't make money. I am running with my remaining savings right now. I'll soon be done using it by the end of 2018 mid, so I'll get a job back then. So they were like, once you get a job, you do activism. I was like, no, obviously I cannot do it anymore. It's only what I do right now. They're like, no, don't stop doing this. Don't get a job. We'll support you financially. Like, we'll handle this. Don't worry. We'll pay your bills. We'll pay you the money you need for equipment, for promoting your posts, everything. We got you. Just keep doing what you're doing. And they sent me some money initially. They actually sent me a couple of lakhs initially. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? So the only thing they told me though was, we don't want our names out. I know who they are right now. I know who they are, but they, for some reason, don't want their name out there. They want to be... now people say it's the Illuminati contacting me. It's not the Illuminati, but they're saying like...
The vegan Illuminati.
Yeah, so after that they sent the money. And I spent that money they sent like immediately. First thing was buying a MacBook Pro. Next thing was buying a DSLR camera. Next thing, I was like, dude, this is like from heaven. We're getting an opportunity. And I didn't want to take the money and be like, oh, I'll put it in my savings account. I was like, let's invest right now. And my girlfriend was like, yeah, let's do that. So we bought a Mac for her. I gave it to her. I left it in Malaysia. And I had the camera here with me. And we spent the remaining funds on promotions and stuff. And man, that really helped us. And a couple of 6 months later, I wrote back to the person saying like, hey, you know what, his initial funds really helped us, and like we've managed to achieve so much since we've met. Like, see the amount we achieved. Like, thank you so much. Just wanted to ask you if you are willing to sponsor us some more money. Me and my girlfriend, even she wants to quit her job, and if we both work together, like we can really do a lot of cool stuff. Like, are you willing to sponsor us? They're like, yeah, we can try for a year. And they tried, and they were extremely pleased. And ever since then, they've been supporting us like regularly. So we are grateful for that. This is as I told you, you need to be lucky in life. This is pure luck. This is pure luck.
Yeah.
Guy quits his job. Magical anonymous person appears and gives them money, and then they succeed in doing activism. I mean, this is like some fairy tale. I'm lucky. I'm grateful. I'm lucky. I'm grateful for that.
So
That's nice.
what do you think about the future of veganism? Because me and Arvind here are at loggerheads here, because Arvind is very much pessimistic that it's not going to happen in our lifetime. I am very much optimistic that it's going to happen in our lifetimes. Like, I believe that majority of our population will at least start to see the light. So what is your take on the future of veganism?
I agree with Apota. It's not gonna happen. Just do a simple thing. Just once you're done talking today, go out to the station where you live, get on a train compartment and just look around you. You will see at least 80 people. Point out to me one person who looks like he'll understand what we're trying to say. We are living like we are like aliens, seriously. We don't belong here. Like it's nuts, man. Like, think about the number of humans on Earth, the number of animals that are being killed. Like, I think we are just good-hearted people who are doing the right thing. That's it. That's all I can say. But I do believe it's possible. I honestly believe. You know what my aim in life is? I'll tell you my honest aim in my life. Before I turn like 40, another like 12 years, I can say, if I can somehow, again, I need even more divine luck for this. If I can somehow manage to change 1 lakh people in India as ethical vegans, impossible, but if all of us collect as a community, we can make 1 lakh like us. That's good. I'm happy. I think my life is fulfilled if something's happened, because understand that to get the ball rolling down the hill, that's the most difficult. To push it across to roll, that is the most difficult part. The first push. Because think of it in this way, like first people thought, oh, no one can fly in the sky. Then they developed the airplane. Like it's until someone breaks the stigma, people keep believing it's not possible. So I think if we can just get the ball rolling in our life, which is possible, then yes, we can. But the longer you're vegan, the longer you see the older you get and you see how messed up the world is from various different angles, from politics to religion, to wars that are taking place, to corruption, to even within the vegan community, how some people behave, and just how human beings are. Human beings are a selfish species, and that's what helped us survive for all these years. I mean, if we were all good and generous, we wouldn't be alive today. Our ancestors are alive because they stole, they lied, they did those things, what they had to do to live. So we carry on those traits in today's modern day and age. So yeah, we're a messed up species, man. There's just like a few people who, I don't know, have some empathy. That's it. It's hard. But I do believe in one thing. I believe, like I said, I asked you the question. If you go in the compartment, you will see that no one there seems reasonable, or probably even if they seem reasonable, the moment you speak about veganism, they'll just lose their mind. But I do believe in this. For at least every 1,000 people in India, I honestly believe at least one would change. Okay. Now people say 1,001 is nothing. I'm like, no. I love those odds. Divide our country's population. Just roughly say it's 100 crore. What is 100 crore divided by 1,000? That's almost like 10 lakhs. 10 lakh, we are at 1 lakh. I don't know, how much is it? How much is 100 crore divided by 1,000? 10 lakh or 1 lakh?
God knows.
Okay. Let's just say it's 1 lakh. Even then, it's still 1 lakh or 10 lakh.
1 lakh.
I love this. Imagine if we had 1 lakh vegans. Imagine what we could do, how much it will grow. So those odds, I'm okay with that. So I think in our lifetime, we should just keep pushing with a proper, clear message. And eventually, again, I've come this far. I'm so grateful. Again, when I quit my job, this is what I wanted to do. I was hoping to achieve something. If I had to climb like 20 steps, I think I've at least already climbed 2. I really feel that. Like 2 has been like, I have got, and I have proven to myself that I have the potential to do this. And also I'm grateful that I have a huge audience. Nearly 3 lakh people are following me on Facebook. 3 lakh a vegan in India. Who expected that to happen? Seriously. So this much has happened last decade. Let's see how much we can push this decade, and hopefully before the end of next one, if we could have 1 lakh, I'm done. I'm content. I've done the best I can. There's nothing more I can expect. After that, it's for the people who come after us to take over and do something.
Like when you just said about people being stupid, we already put out a video about this, like how some people in the vegan community are also not very intelligent. But we also planned a second part for it, which was to include certain political mixing into the veganism scene. But then we have scrapped it for now. But let's see what happens. Maybe if activities is willing, we'll do it sometime.
Yeah, we can do it. I don't mind. We can do it.
We'll make a separate episode about it.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of views for that.
Or hate at least we'll get for it.
Yeah, something. They'll be ready for that. They're waiting.